Right now on Apple Valley News Now at 5, the Slide Ranch fire devastated a large area of White Swan in Yakima County. The deadline is fast approaching for people to get help getting back on their feet. And details on the ongoing dispute between the Hanford Guard Union officers and HMIS about why people are on the picket lines without officially striking, and when will the parties get back to the negotiating deal. And also,
coming up, we're tracking the best and worst times to travel ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. I'm ABC's Melissa Adon with a look on how the travel and weather forecast is shaping up.
Stacy, what do you got?
All right, well, it's looking pretty foggy out there. We have freezing fog in the region. I'll tell you all about your holiday travel coming right up.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Dan Hansen. Austin has the night off. Hanford security police officers are locked out after union fails to reach an agreement with Hanford Mission Integration Solutions. After 2 months of negotiations, both parties couldn't agree on a new contract. HGU Local 21 police officers couldn't report to work, so they went to work on the picket lines. Chris Hall, president of the HGU Local 21, says negotiations with HMIS have been ongoing since September. He says the union took a strike authorization vote, which means they could strike if they wanted to, and while that vote was approved, Hall says they made it official.
We did let the company know that because the question was asked, were you giving us notification that you were actually going on strike? We said no. We're just letting you know that the strike authorization passed, that they feel this passionate about these needs.
Hall says the union wants more transparency as well as discussions on wages and working hours. Monday, both sides will reunite for the next bargaining session. Today, it took a while for the fog across the region to lift, and it sounds like we'll have a few more mornings just like it. Apple Valley News' Stacy Lee joins us with the first look at your weather forecast. Hey, Stacy.
Hey, Dan. Yeah, fog. It was here, it was gone, and it's back tonight. In fact, very foggy through the area. We have about 2 miles of visibility, but some portions of the Tri-Cities are a quarter of a mile of visibility or less. With that being said, we have a freezing fog advisory in place. And again, it's very foggy between Tri-Cities and Prosser to Sunnyside. So thick fog out there. You want to slow it down. Our roads could get slick tonight, and make sure you're using those low beams, not the high beams. And again, we're going to see patches of freezing fog all through the area as the night progresses. Let's take a look at temperatures right now. Because of that fog, we're seeing cooler temperatures in the Yakima and Columbia Basin, Yakima Valley, a little bit warmer along the foothills. Ellensburg at 40, 37 right now, Tri-Cities. We're going to see mostly clear skies other than the fog. Chilly night, though, out there. Grab your coat. Patchy, dense fog all through the area. Much colder temperatures. Temperatures dropping down into the 20s tonight. And I've got a full outlook for your Turkey Day travel. Dan?
All right, Stacey, we'll check in with you later. Millions of Thanksgiving travelers have already passed through airport security checkpoints Tuesday. The TSA screened nearly 2.7 million travelers. That's about 50,000 more travelers than the same day last year. The busiest days to fly will be today and Sunday, with more than 3 million passengers expected on each day. Tomorrow is Turkey Day, and that means millions of Americans are out and about today trying to get their holiday destinations. AAA predicts that nearly 80 million Americans are hitting the road and taking to the skies throughout the holiday travel week. That's an increase from 2023 and 2019 pre-pandemic levels. Melissa Adon reports many travelers may also face some weather disruptions.
From the roads to the runways, a record-breaking number of people traveling for the Thanksgiving holiday. In both Boston and Los Angeles, some travelers showing up before the sun was up to avoid long lines at the airport.
It's the most heavily traveled day of the year, so just everybody was up an hour early, and I've had too much coffee already.
I was surprised. I was a little nervous, and I feel like we We came a little too early. I'd rather sleep another hour.
Airports in the Northeast feeling the impacts from an air traffic control staffing shortage. United Airlines pointing the blame on the FAA for those staffing shortages, saying more than 343,000 United travelers have been disrupted by delays, cancellations, long taxi times, and longer flight times related to air traffic control delays. The TSA expecting to screen 2.9 million passengers today at airports ahead of Turkey Day. Others hitting the highway. Busy Interstate 95 packed. Traffic slow for drivers heading south into Delaware this afternoon.
Coming from Connecticut, there's a lot of construction coming down 95 south. You know, stop and go, but it's worth it.
AAA says this Thanksgiving could break records, with more than 71 million people opting to drive to their destinations this week. Many may see lower gas prices this year compared to last year.
We have just really seen demand for travel post-pandemic continue to skyrocket.
The weather slowing some travelers. Snow falling in Colorado, totaling more than 2 feet in the Rockies. The storm moving east, bringing rain and some snow on Thanksgiving.
AAA is advising the best time to travel and beat the traffic will be tomorrow on Thanksgiving morning. But be mindful of the local forecast and plan your trip around the weather. Richmond man is facing charges of driving under the influence after a head-on crash in Grant County. Authorities say 28-year-old Taurus Parkotuk was driving northbound on State Route 17 about 10 miles north of Moses Lake when he crossed the center line and hit a vehicle going southbound head-on. The driver of that car, a 32-year-old man from Moses Lake, was taken to the hospital. Their condition is not yet known. Authorities say drugs or alcohol played a factor in the crash. And also in Grant County, the sheriff's office say deputies arrested a 12-year-old boy this afternoon for driving a stolen car. Authorities say the boy stole his grandfather's car and headed to Moses Lake. Deputies found the car just before 10:30 this morning, parked on Lowry Street, but the preteen then took off, leading deputies on a chase. Authorities say deputies did a pit maneuver, which then disabled the car. The boy was taken to the Juvenile Justice Center on suspicion of felony eluding and driving a stolen vehicle. Authorities say no one was hurt. The Kittitas County Public Health Department is issuing a warning saying the county has seen a significant increase in overdoses at this time. Health officials say it's unclear why the overdoses are on the rise again, but it could be the opioids in the population are more potent or combined with other drugs, leading to the increase. We first brought you this story earlier this week with Umatilla County in Oregon also reporting a high number of overdoses. Health officials recommend people be aware of the signs and symptoms of overdose, as well as carry naloxone or Narcan and help in an emergency. And also, do not be afraid to call 911. Now to a follow-up on the Slide Ranch fire, a wildfire that destroyed property in the White Swan area earlier this summer. The 2-week deadline to apply for FEMA assistance is 2 weeks away. The deadline to apply is Monday, December 16th. People affected by the Slide Ranch fire can get funding to help with home repairs, damaged vehicles, and personal property. They can also get covered for items used for ceremonial purposes. The Slide Ranch fire back in June of this year destroyed 16 homes and damaged other property, leaving some people to go back to with nothing. County canvassing boards across the state of Washington have certified county-level results for the 2024 general election. Since November 5th, counties have been doing audits and verifying returns. Nearly 4 million people in the state of Washington participated in the 2024 general election with federal, state, and local races and measures. The Office of the Secretary of State will certify the statewide results on December 4th, which finalizes all state and federal results. Authorities in northwestern Oregon are suspending the search for a missing hiker. 61-year-old Suzanne Lane Fournier went hiking with her 2 dogs along a mountainous trail last month. Searchers began looking for her after her employer reported she did not show up for work last Friday. Investigators say they have suspended the search based on weather conditions and the likelihood of her survival. The Clackamas County Sheriff's Office is still investigating her disappearance and is treating it as a missing persons case. The Downtown Association of Yakima is hosting its annual Small Business Saturday event this weekend encouraging the community to shop local. One new business, Yakima Finds, is hosting its grand opening. But for every 5 businesses you visit and 1 purchase, you earn 1 entry into a raffle of one of several baskets featuring gifts from local shops. Plus, each business offers its own unique deals, freebies, and promotions.
A lot of people are geared towards Black Friday and shopping in big corporate areas. So this is a really good chance to shop local and support those small businesses in our town that everybody really loves.
The event goes from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday. For a map and list of businesses and more details, visit downtownyakima.com. And before you take part in the Thanksgiving feast tomorrow, or just get warmed up for your family and friends' annual football game, consider taking part in the 21st Annual American Red Cross Run for the Red Turkey Trot. There are multiple races across the region, but one in Kennewick starts at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Runners and walkers of all ages are invited down to Columbia Park to trot a mile or a 5K course. Registration begins at 7:30 a.m. and it costs $30. All of the proceeds go to the Red Cross Home Fire Campaign, which offers resources and support for people who experience a home fire or fire education. Now tonight, you're going to want to see the Kraken Game of the Week right here on Apple Valley News Now. The Seattle Kraken welcome the Anaheim Ducks to the Climate Pledge Arena, and that means you only get a half hour of Apple Valley News Now at 6 rather than the full hour. Pre-game starts at 6:30 with puck drop at 7, tonight only on Apple Valley News Now. Coming up next on Apple Valley News Now at 5, the city of Mapton finally makes some decisions on a citywide budget, but is it a little too late? Emily Goodale will have that report. And Stacy's back with a look at your first full alert forecast. We'll be right back.
It's Mattress Depot USA's November sales event.
Meaning no money down and no interest for up to 3 years on our best-selling mattresses.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Tacoma for just $269 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks a new door to unlimited possibilities. Possibilities to bring you closer to the people and the places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures with the fastest and most reliable internet. Connect to unlimited possibilities when you switch to Spectrum Internet Premier for only $30 per month when bundled, and save with our 3-year price guarantee and no contracts. Call 1-844-653-6824. With the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. And with advanced Wi-Fi to keep you safe and secure online, you can focus on what matters the most. Spectrum Internet doesn't just power your home. It puts streaming, live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips. Get incredible savings when you switch to Spectrum Internet Premier for just $30 a month with a 3-year price guarantee. That's our promise to you. Call 1-844-653-6824.
Hey, babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE? Clue is get 4 of these for free with 4 lines for $90 a month at US Cellular.
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes? I love these free phone flakes.
Hey, Dad, 4 free phones.
Each serving has 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks.
Oh.
They're right behind me, aren't they?
Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month, no trade-in needed. US Cellular.
Let a Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Weekdays at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
After nearly a year of spending without guidelines or oversight, the city of Mapton finally passed a 2024 budget, but their financial issues are far from solved. The city has one temporary finance person working part-time to clear up more than 2 years of accounting errors. But the numbers remain at best estimate. The 2025 budget is based on numbers from 2021, adjusted for inflation, resulting in further discrepancies, like projecting a 600% increase in cemetery revenue next year, despite years of decline.
How can we assume that 25's budget is going to be right? We can't, without 24's being done right.
Coming up at 6, we'll break down discrepancies in the 2025 budget and how the council plans to spend federal COVID relief funds. Dozens of paraeducators are still in fear of losing their jobs within the Richland School District. The paraeducator cuts aren't only affecting the paras. Many people who got up to speak at the school board meeting say it's directly impacting the students. Staff members also let the board know the role paraeducators have in the classroom. A Hanford High School librarian of 18 years says without paraeducators, making sure each student gets the help they deserve isn't going to go as smoothly.
Without parents to support me, I don't know how to adequately meet the needs of the 2,000 students at my school. This is a daunting future. My parents support me so that I can support everyone else at my school, the parents, the students, the staff. That is my job. That has been my joy the last 9 years.
Thank you. Your time is up.
The school board says it's not going to be easy and it might affect some more than others. We'll have more on this at 6. Tomorrow we celebrate a holiday which brings people together around the dinner table, but over the years, an expert says some misconceptions about traditional Thanksgiving feast have been passed down as fact. Mandy Gaither reports on a dietitian who is debunking the common myths about Thanksgiving.
It's time for turkey, stuffing, and all those traditional Thanksgiving dishes. But if you've heard eating this bird makes you tired, that's not exactly true.
The turkey's not necessarily to blame.
Registered dietitian Sarah Ream with Orlando Health says it's true that turkey contains small amounts of an amino acid called tryptophan, which is needed to release hormones that can make a person relax. But for the meat to make you sleepy, you'd need to eat a lot of it. If you're tired after turkey, Ream says the likely culprit is excessive carbohydrate consumption, causing a blood sugar spike.
That subsequent blood sugar drop that comes down after that, as our bodies are kind of starting to normalize and process and digest that food, that's what's actually causing us to be tired.
Ream says many people tend to overeat on Thanksgiving, but it's another misconception that you have to eat excessive amounts of food.
I would really encourage you to stay more in tune with your body. Listen to your hunger and your fullness cues.
While Americans are used to their Thanksgiving staples, Ream says it's a misconception that you can't stray away from that. She recommends swapping out some ingredients for healthier ones.
Items that have a little bit less of those inflammatory ingredients, like our saturated fat, our added sugar, and our sodium, are ways to make things a little bit healthier, a little bit more nutritious for us, without changing the whole Thanksgiving meal.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The dietitian says Thanksgiving can be whatever you want it to be, and it's okay to decide to eat different foods during the holiday. She says it's a great way to share your culture with others.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's get into that. Yes, there's lots of fog out there. Freezing fog advisory in place through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for the Columbia Basin right into the Yakima Valley tonight. Let's talk weather pattern over the next couple of days. We have a system moving across the central U.S. Most of that is wrapped up as of this evening. Then it starts to move off to the east. So think New York, Montreal, that area if you're have people flying in or out of there. And then we're going to see that lake effect snow up in the Midwest. So a couple of systems impacting those areas. Our area, not so much. We do have a cold air mass coming down from the north. Look at Billings, Rapid City. Those places could see temperatures 20 to 25 degrees below normal. As we get into Saturday, we're really going to start seeing the effects of the cooler air. But most of the snow will stay off to the east. We're going to remain below average all through the region. Let's talk travel. if you're heading to the west side tomorrow. Now, you may encounter that fog and freezing fog in those morning hours, so just be prepared for that. Friday and Saturday on the west side looking a little overcast, but not too bad. Might even see some sun breaks over there. Portland is going to be partly cloudy with some sun breaks as well. Chilly overnight lows, so do pack your jacket and warm clothes for the Portland area. And if you're heading to Spokane, you're going to encounter that fog and freezing fog once again in those morning hours with overcast conditions for the rest of the time. Flying could be a problem tomorrow, especially if you're flying into Atlanta or New York or Boston. They're expecting some travel impacts there. Of course, very crowded conditions. Friday, looking more so towards the Great Lakes, Cleveland to Buffalo. They're going to start seeing that lake effect snow there as well, and that will impact the area on Saturday. St. Louis to Nashville on Saturday, also going to be seeing some travel impacts due to inclement weather. Valley and basin fog, I should say, dry and cold. Look at these chilly temperatures. We're in the low 20s in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley, mid 20s here in the Columbia Basin and along the foothills of the Blues. Temperatures will continue to trend down below the average and kind of just staying there. It's about 6 degrees below our average for this time of year for several days in a row. And fog, well, it's here to stay Thursday, Friday, Saturday in the Columbia Basin, even impacting our Black Friday. Sunday, December 1st, look for frosty overnight lows in the 20s. Yakima, again, we're going to see that fog and freezing fog tonight. You might encounter that for your commute tomorrow. Again, plan ahead. Make sure you leave lots of space between you and the car in front of you and use those low beams. Here's Ellensburg. That's where most of the fog impacts will be. Now, over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there is a slight chance of some light snowflakes in those upper elevations, but should not impact or travel across all of our mountain passes here on the Pacific Northwest. Thursday through Wednesday in Walla Walla, though, staying in the 40s. It's those overnight lows. You're going to feel that chilly, crispy air. And then here in Hermiston, looking pretty good. No wind to speak of, no major weather events really coming our way, just some chilly conditions. And the fog and freezing fog is the big story for tonight. So, Dan, not too bad. Kind of normal for this time of year. Yeah. However, I know we've had family in town before where we got snowed in. So.
Yeah. Well, and it was crazy earlier. I was driving to Richland, and that stretch between Kennewick and Richland, no fog. Mm-hmm. There was fog in Kennewick, no fog there, fog in Richland. Right, it was insane.
And the closer you get to the Columbia River, it's very foggy there as well. So drive safe.
Well, thanks, Stacy. Coming up next on Apple Valley News Now at 5, we've got the Spotlight. Stay with us.
Seattle takes on Anaheim, 6:30 Wednesday on Apple Valley News Now.
At Numerica, you'll find money answers for loud sneezers. Gesundheit. Get money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
From creating memories to finding the perfect gift, let us make this holiday season a little easier. Right now, save up to $60 on select AS battery sets. Happy holidays from Steel.
Mo. It's going to be a Merry Christmas at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. It's the $60,000 Merry Money Giveaway. The halls are decked and the money tree is set with up to $15,000 in cash and prizes every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 7 winners will unwrap up to $10,000 cash in the Holly Jolly Grand Prize Giveaway. Play with your club wild card for Merry Multiplier Mondays and get 12 times entries. The mo, the merrier at Wild Horse Resort and Casino.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
It's Mattress Depot USA's November sales event.
Meaning no money down and no interest for up to 3 years on our best-selling mattresses.
Like a queen plush Sealy mattress for just $3.99.
Or an adjustable bed for just $9.99.
Or a king-size memory foam mattress for just $7.99.
Visit our showrooms or shop online at MattressDepotUSA.com.
But hurry, our November sales event ends soon.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Are you a daredevil who drives on empty to see if you can make it? At Numerica, you'll find money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Tonight's Spotlight is highlighting 10 Kennewick School District students. They now have spots at the Washington Music Educators Association, All-State Ensembles, and the National Association for Music Education, All Northwest Ensembles. KSD says both groups bring together musicians to perform at the 2025 Division Conference Gala in Spokane. More than 1,500 high school students across the Northwest region were chosen for this opportunity. We've got a final look at your first alert weather or your first alert forecast coming up.
Aren't you just a spoonful of sugar? Young Sheldon, tonight at 11:05. Apple Valley News Now.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
It's that time of year for George has gone crazy just in time for Black Friday. Only at Ranch and Home. Spend $150 or more on boots and get a $25 gift card. Toys are 20% off. Dog beds are also 20% off. Get a 100-gallon transfer tank for $399.99. Store-wide savings. Hurry in while supplies last. George has gone crazy just in time for Black Friday sale at Ranch and Home.
Ranch and Home! He has been called the greatest stage magician of the past century. And now this legendary entertainer is coming to your town live and in person. And he's bringing his friends for an evening of magic, comedy, juggling, audience interaction, and surprises. Don't miss Lance Burton and Friends live. Get your tickets now for Lance Burton, Master Magician and Friends. It's fun for the whole family.
Once, this table belonged to you. But when you decided to donate it to Goodwill, it transformed into their table, supporting before-school gatherings, cherished family dinners, and creative crafting sessions. Its impact stretches even beyond. Goodwill utilizes the proceeds from its sales to assist local individuals in overcoming employment hurdles, providing training and job placement services not only for individuals, but also for local businesses. And that's how one table can support the opportunity for everyone to create their own stories and memories. Goodwill. Donate, shop, impact locally.
Swing into Fred's Appliance today for our Black Friday Super Sale and discover unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region.
Looking for a range that fits your kitchen and your budget? With everyday low prices on ranges starting at just $5.99, you can cook in style without breaking the bank. Plus, with our massive in-stock inventory, you can take yours home today. No waiting, just cooking. Don't miss Fred's Appliance this Black Friday, where you'll find everyday low prices and unbeatable deals on ranges. I think this is my favorite. Okay, hon, what do you think of this one?
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
It's time for a rematch. The Kraken prepare for another face-off against Anaheim. This time, defending the deep on home ice. Kraken, Ducks, pregame at 6:30 p.m. tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you so much for making Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest and ABC's Good Morning America the most watched morning news on local TV.
Put some good in your morning with the #1 most watched morning TV station in town.
Now that's good.
Apple Valley News Now.
We're on your side.
And welcome back. All right, Dan, this is where we always get to take a look at our great viewer photos of the day. Keep them coming, by the way, even if it's a picture of your turkey Hopefully not a burned turkey. I'd love to see those, but come take a look at your screen. This is from Alan Rither. He says, who knows what the day may bring. This was a few days ago, Alan. Thanks for sending that in. A beautiful sunrise out on the Columbia River. All right, again, that QR code on the right side of your screen, that is how you can get your photo on TV, or simply go to applevalleynewsnow.com and click on that weather tab. All right, let's take a look at the bottom line weather-wise, what we have going on. Valley and basin fog for the foreseeable future, mostly dry and colder Thanksgiving Day. We're going to be staying dry and colder through the weekend and pretty consistent next week. It looks like we don't have a lot of rain coming. Here's what your day looks like tomorrow. You can see those fog icons there, so look for that patchy fog and freezing fog tonight. So we're going to take it extra careful if you're traveling this evening or if you're heading out, especially in those early morning hours. But that fog may stick around until the middle of the day. So be safe out there, and happy holidays. Enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. I can't wait.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for watching our News at 5. You can always find the latest on these stories at applevalleynewsnow.com. World News is tonight. We'll be back at 6.